Okay. Hello there. Good evening. It's day two of a water fast, and it was a pretty rough day. I almost broke my water fast. I was feeling kind of discouraged, and one of the reasons I got discouraged was because one of my videos got like 500, 600 views or something a couple days ago, and I only got like 6 likes on it. I got 6 dislikes, and I got about 10 hate comments from gang stalkers spamming the comment section saying, schizo, you're insane, etc., etc., criticizing me. And I felt kind of like a loser. And I was starting off the day by thanking the gang stalkers commenting for helping the algorithm. Hold on one second. I have to turn on the air conditioner. So it might be a little bit loud now, but I got my wireless microphone. And I realized I have all these views, but the ratio of people liking them is like 1 per 100 views. And normally I have 1 like per 15 views, and that's on par with my favorite YouTubers. That makes me feel pretty validated. And so I felt kind of, I don't know, discouraged, unloved. I thought this must be reaching normal people here. It can't be all gang stalkers watching, all gang stalkers commenting. And just the general audience is not really that supportive. And I had higher expectations for normies. I must be reaching some normies in here, some people who have no idea what gang stalking is. And I'm still not getting any support here. And it took me a minute to think about it. And what I realized, hypothesized, was that 80% of TIs don't know their TIs. So right off the bat, when the algorithm is helped by someone liking sorry, I don't believe the gang stalkers are liking the videos. Although they do that sometimes. They'll like my posts, and they'll make it known that it was them who liked it, so that when someone else who actually likes it, then I'll have that association that maybe everyone who likes my video is just a gang stalker mocking me. But they'll comment something, and I'll say, thanks for helping the algorithm, it's getting more views because of you. And who is it that's viewing based on the algorithm then? The algorithm is going to be giving the video suggestion to people who are searching for gang stalking. And who are the people searching for gang stalking? Well, there's more gang stalkers than there are TIs. The gang stalkers are online to discredit and harass the TIs. And 80% of TIs don't even know they're TIs. So the majority of the people that the algorithm is going to send the video to are gang stalkers. And that's kind of, at first glance, discouraging, because if I get a whole bunch of views, my ratio of likes to views is going to become less favorable. And the comments I'm going to get are going to be more comments harassing me. There was also some comments that were nice too, at least one. Maybe 3. There were 2 other ones that were kind of ambiguous. I couldn't really tell. And so I think I had a good ratio overall, considering who the audience was. I had 6 people dislike the video too. 6 people liked it. It was at like 500 something views. And I also engaged them, and that kind of was rough. I had some moments today where I really considered giving up on my water fast, and I felt like the negative voice came in that I don't listen to, and it said, no one cares. No one cares, dude. No one gives a fuck. And I felt like giving up. But all things considered, my ratio is still on point. I still got 1 like per 15 views, which I really like. That's about my average. And I'm still getting 20 something views. That was a big step for me. When I finally got up to 20 something views per video, that was a big step. Now, a lot of the views might be from gang stalkers, I don't know. But sometimes I view videos and I don't like them. I do like them, but I just don't click like for whatever reason. And I could say at least I probably have a good 2 or 3 or 4, maybe 5 people viewing each video who are enjoying this. And if you think about how cool some people are, I've met people who have changed my life. There have been a handful of people who have changed my life. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to be the person to change your life. Okay, I'm trying to change my own life. I don't feel like I'm a life changer. But yet, let's just take a pause on that note. Could you feel like a positive influence on someone else's life without instantly writing the notion off as narcissism? Could you say, yeah, I'm a good fucking entertainer. I have value. I'm keeping up on my goals. I'm smart. I'm funny. People would actually count on me. If I was not here, there'd be something missing. When I'm doing my discipline and I'm going through the hard times, people watching it will be inspired that they can go through hard times too because they see me going through hard times. I mean, is it too much to say? Is that grandiose to say that? Could you ever feel like people count on you? I mean, I count on people. I count on the other TIs I watch. I count on the support from the audience. This morning, I literally was going to jack off and eat junk food. And I said, I'm going to go to my YouTube, see my view count, see if anyone liked the video. If no one cared about it, I'm just going to fucking give up right now. And like right at the nick of time. And that was partially because I was tired too. That's a pretty immature way of looking at things. I don't condone that. Okay, who I am right now wouldn't do that. But when I was tired, I said, fuck this. If no one's supporting me, fuck everything. And I'm just going to give up. Because all these assholes, gang stalkers, are commenting mean things to me. And I'm sweating here. I'm trying to install my air conditioner and I haven't even eaten. I have a huge fucking air conditioner and I'm moving it from room to room. And I'm searching through all my laundry and stuff and my hair is in my face. And I'm trying to put this fucking things in the window to vent the air conditioner outside. I can't find it. I'm sweating. I'm not drinking water when I need to be. I'm feeling heavy in my chest. I have all these negative hate comments. And I'm like, God damn it, you know, I'm just going to watch a porn video, imagine getting raped and fucking, you know, and I don't mean to be calloused about that. I actually do believe I was raped for real. And there's a difference between a fantasy and the real thing. Okay, so I know a lot of TIs say they were raped. And I don't mean to be calloused. Okay, I'm not just saying like, oh, and then I watched a fantasy and I imagined I was getting raped and it's all funny. You know, or it's all like just trivial. Okay, no, it's I actually think there's like a deep-seated trauma healing when you're into femdom or like when you're into like some kind of perverse sexual acts that are a fantasy, you know, like a consensual, it's called CNC, consensual non-consent, or like basically role playing. You know, it's almost like you're taking the power back. And I think that was a result of being circumcised for me. And I may have been gang stalked my whole life. You know, there's a lot of, you know, I can't really talk too much about certain things in my life just because I can't say certain things about certain people. But if you look at the statistics of who gets gang stalked, I could say a lot of evidence for that. I was gang stalked right since birth. And I could kind of guess a lot of my femdom fantasies came from that. But I got like 7 hours of sleep. I woke up. I was all fucking not feeling the best. When you don't get enough sleep and you're on a water fast, you're even more not feeling the best. So I started watching porn. I found just the right video I was going to crank off. And I had all these hate comments already. And so I said, you know what? I'm just going to fucking do it. And cause nothing matters anyway. And I'm going to check if no one liked my fucking video, I'm just done. And right then someone commented a nice comment. It was like, I really felt like we had psychic energy and they felt it. They suddenly felt the pull to you know, maybe this is nonsense, but this is what I thought. I can't prove this, but I thought I'm feeling so genuinely upset that this is putting out some frequency into the universe and someone out there is feeling it and they know that I need this comment right now. And again, I was tired. Okay, right now I'm well rested now. I ended up going back to sleep. That changed everything. Once I went back to sleep, I woke up. I thought, okay, this is much better now. I feel a million times better. But then I had another wave of wanting to give up. The first time it was wanting to give up by jacking off. The second time I wanted to give up, it was when I was feeling heavy in my chest because I hadn't been drinking enough water, because I was trying to set up my air conditioner, moving around, sweating, and I had to actually have an emergency sit down and just stop moving, sip water, don't get up for an hour, every sip per minute, and just sit down. Your true air conditioner is your hydration level. Your true air conditioner is water cooling. Okay, so just relax. And I had to do that. That calmed me down a little bit. And then I was still feeling kind of upset because I had engaged with the gang stalkers. I had said thanks for the help getting the algorithm views, you know, and kind of melting them off. And then they just come full force. I mean, you can do two things when a gang stalker comments on your video. You can mute the comment. You probably won't see from them again. Or you can comment something back, refuting them. And then there's going to be 3 more that come. And you know that ahead of time. Eventually, if you fight them, they're going to outnumber you 100 to 1, basically. And they just keep coming and coming and coming. And so eventually I just had to stop responding. But I stopped responding at a good point where their comments were so stupid that any onlooker normie could say, right, any onlooker normie could be suspicious. I don't fault the normies for not supporting me. If a normie were to watch a gang stalking video for the first time, they would have every reason to doubt it. And I would then direct them to look at my proof of gang stalking video where I predicted that I'm about to see a certain car. Right when I go around this corner, there's going to be a certain car there. And then the normie would have to say, you either set that up or you're actually telling the truth. So I don't necessarily care if a normie doesn't support me, but I would be offended if a normie condemned me or called me crazy, because at this point, a normie should be at the stage where they are aware of how corrupt and clandestine the government is. You should be able to say, you know, there's that Epstein thing. Why don't they release those files? Oh, I guess they're all involved. You know, that to be a to not be a total fucking retard, to just be a normal person, you would have to be able to say, oh, well, they have all the evidence of who the clients are, but the president and his friends, and on both sides, the Republicans and the Democrats, they just for some reason just don't give it away. And they're friends with the Epsteins, but they just somehow just don't want to give it away. Oh, I wonder what's going on there. You know, as a normie, you should be able to say, that's fucked up. You know, and even the compliance with the 2019 mass murder injections has gone down. The normies have started to wake up. Like, it's not as cool anymore to say, yeah, get a booster. So I think the normies should be sympathetic. And if the gang stalkers were really on the winning team, they wouldn't need to take us hostage. If they really had the majority on their side, they wouldn't need a huge disinformation campaign of saying, well, you're totally crazy, dude. Well, I just stumbled upon your video by chance. I don't know anything about gang stalking, But let me just tell you, I think you're mentally ill and you need help, but you're very smart and I really like you, pal. You know, it's like you wouldn't have to do that. If you actually were on the winning team, you wouldn't have to take hostages. The winning team doesn't need to take hostages. That's what the losing team, the loser, the fucking gross, degenerate loser is the one who takes hostages. And you could dress it up with fancy money, with your stolen blood money, with your fucking blood money. You could dress it up, but you're still a loser. Anyways, so I wanted to give up real bad. Okay, I wanted to crank my pecker, or I wanted to eat some vegan steak. And I was suffering hardcore today. Even though I slept enough, I still wasn't drinking enough water. That was the other thing. Sleeping enough, huge improvement. But I still wasn't drinking enough water. I was sweating. I was just upset with the world. I was upset with these damn gang stalkers, with giving them my time and energy. And it was a trade-off, because you're going to argue with them. You are going to increase the algorithm. Most of the people who the algorithm is going to recommend your video to are going to be gang stalkers, or perhaps normies who are just indifferent, who don't like or dislike or comment on the video, and you're just kind of priming them. And I've heard one TI say, it doesn't matter if you believe me, it matters that you've heard what I've said, so that one day when it's more obvious what's happening, you'll have that primer and you could say, oh yeah, I have the context to understand what's happening now. That person warned me all those years ago. I was incredulous, but now I know. I've had plenty of things like that where the kooky, crazy person turns out to be exactly right. So I had to get fucking zanked talking to these people. I had to get zanked. And they talked to me first this morning. I was in a good mood until I saw that. First thing I saw in the morning, this nasty comment, I responded just as nasty back. And it lowered my vibe to some extent, but it also gave me more exposure to a minority of TIs and normies, which is actually good for my mission. And it also made me look a little bit more crazy, because I have this video with lots of views comparatively to my other videos, and most of the people in the comment section are telling me I'm nuts, but it only seemingly made me look crazy, because the people telling me I'm nuts, they're so stupid. They say so many stupid things. They go beyond just saying schizo. Like one guy was telling me to shave my mustache and to make sure that I quit drugs because he's an ex-addict, and it just was so controlling and contrived that a normal person would be suspicious of that kind of comment, and they'd see the trend of it, that they're all reading off the same kind of script. So I'm feeling better now. It's day 2.6. It's like 10:30 p.m. I'll be going to bed at 4 a.m. I've lost about 5 pounds. I weighed 2.38 pounds when I woke up. Yesterday I weighed 209.98 pounds when I woke up. Mind you, I was holding the camera and the microphone at that time. I'm pretty much in ketosis. I think the first 12 hours your stomach goes through your stomach to get its glucose, and then the next 12 hours it goes to your liver. I could be wrong, and it takes glycogen from there. And then somewhere on the second day of a water fast, you start switching into ketosis. I think I'm pretty much in ketosis now. I feel kind of relaxed, kind of like, I think it's called exogenously relaxed. Like, well, I guess it's not exogenous, but from the outside in, I feel medicated. That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like pretty calm. Definitely had a lot of thoughts of quitting today. Today was very difficult. I think a lot of it was just emotional pain from the gang stalkers, really. It hurts to be it sucks to be bullied. and when you fight back, they're just gonna bully you a million times more. I'm happy I did it though. I did pull through. I am leaning towards continuing my fast for the rest of the night and then tomorrow being on day 3. I am leaning towards that. I do have everything in the house I need to make a really good dinner if I wanted to. And how will I feel if I do that? Kind of silly, kind of like a letdown. Kind of one of the main things I say a lot of the times to myself when I fail is just do it, man. Just just fucking do it. Can't you do it? Can you really not do it? I know you can. I know you can. You just bear through the pain. It's painful. I know. It's really painful. I know it's really painful. And you feel all alone and just do it. Just fucking do it, man. You could do it. Don't you know? Do you really know you can do it, right? That's what you hate about not doing it. It's not that you can't, it's that you won't. So just fucking do it. And so I have that kind of talk with myself a lot. How long is, I go into it. How long has it been that you wanted to do this? And, aren't you just going to finally do it? Come on. And, so, that combined with the support I get, I mean, my regular viewers, I don't know how many are real, but my regular viewers are like, I get like 20 something views per video. And that's like my real audience. So if I get if one of the videos like blows up, for me, it's like 500 views. To me, that's not even my real audience. That's just like some random people. And I think my only real social life is with other TIs, and maybe it's with normies too. Maybe normies are evolved to a point where I do appreciate normal people. And I think that's true because if the gang stalkers are not the majority, which I suspect they're not, then normal people would be my people. Like I would call normal people like people for me, like people who I like, people who I think they would say gang stalking is bad and we don't agree to this and this is not allowed. I do think that normal people would actually say that. And the reason I think that is because the gang stalking has to be kept covert. And why would they keep it covert if they weren't the minority of people? And, the other thing that really pleased me today was my GoPro camera broke and I couldn't get it to connect to my Lenovo tablet. And the reason why was because I put a micro SD card into my motion detector security camera, which I fucking love. Oh my god. And I mean, if you don't have a motion detector security camera, you're missing out. And they're only like $30 or $40 for a really good one on eBay. Came in like 6 days from China. Rechargeable battery, internal, like it's just the best. So I put my GoPro SD card in that camera and it messed up the SD card. And so when I would try to put the camera to connect it to the Quick app, the GoPro app on the tablet, the camera would just turn off every time. And Google didn't say what to do. But I had a feeling, just reformat the card and it'll work. And so I got the camera working again. And it just made me fall in love with the camera again. Like how lucky I am to be able to have this support. Like it's easy to take things for granted. Like have you ever had a girlfriend? Anthony Robbins says this. He says, if you want a relationship to last, treat it at the end the same way you treated it at the beginning. Have you ever had a girlfriend or a pet, like you get a new dog, and you're like, oh, I love this dog. Oh, I can't wait to walk this dog. This puppy is so cute. And then after like 6 years, you're like, oh, great, I gotta let the dog out. Fucking dog. Fuck this dog. Or with your wife, you're just like, oh, the same old geography, and she's like, oh, the same old stink, and you lose your appreciation of things. So I remembered I have really awesome friends here, not just